This worm guy never saw it coming. He throws one punch at Yuvigan, and what happens? His own hand gets twisted up like a pretzel. Before Worm could even process what happened, Yuvigan returned the favor with a devastating punch from hell. It was at this moment that Worm realized he stood no chance in a direct fight. So, he had an idea. Grab Yuvojan's arm, dive straight into the ground, and bury him alive so his buddies on the surface could gang up on him. But it was clear he had seriously underestimated Yuvigan. As the main powerhouse of the Phantom Troop, Yuvigan has always believed that if you can't walk through a path, you punch your way through it. In an instant, Yuvigan focused all of his nin into his fist. Even the guys who were about to surround him had to freeze in their tracks. Because of the terrifying energy, in the blink of an eye, the ground around Yuvigan turned into a deep crater. This was Yuvojan's ultimate move, the Big Bang Impact. After the insane collision, Worm was blasted away with only half an arm left. Yuvojan's shirt was also blasted to bits, revealing the Phantom Troop's signature spider tattoo on his back. This made the remaining three get serious, deciding to attack Yuvigan all at once. Yuvigan saw this and threw a punch straight at Porcupine. But his opponent's ability was seriously freaky. He manipulated the hair on his body to block the attack and managed to grab Yuvojan's fist. Right after that, Rabid Dog charged in, sinking his teeth into Yuvojan's neck and tearing off a piece of flesh. The Phantom Troop never expected this. This Rabid Dog guy actually managed to hurt Yuvojan's invincible body. This time, Yuvigan was truly pissed. Without another word, he swung his fist, with Porcupine still attached, straight at Leech. However, Porcupine could not only control his hair, but also change its softness and hardness at will. At this rate, Yuvigan would be done for in no time. The trio's assault was getting on Yuvojan's nerves. Just then the poison from Rabid Dog's fangs kicked in. It was a neurotoxin that paralyzed the limbs, right now besides his head. Yuvojan's entire body was immobilized. To make matters worse, Leech took this chance to release all the leeches he'd been raising into Yuvojan's body. As long as the trio wasn't completely defeated, the leeches inside Yuvigan would crawl into his bladder and multiply at an insane rate, eventually causing Yuvigan to die in agony from being unable to urinate. However, Leech didn't get to celebrate. For long, Yuvigan, using the only part of his body he could still move, his head bit off half of the guy's face. And just like that, Leech, who was on screen for less than a hot second, kicked the bucket. The remaining two became even more tense. Rabid Dog, seeing this, backed away from Yuvigan, thinking he'd be safe at a distance. Who knew? In the next second, Yuvigan took a deep breath, aimed, and spat something out. Rabid Dog recognized that immediately it was the half of Leech's head Yuvigan had just bitten off. He instinctively raised his arm to block, but it was useless. The skull fragment shot straight through Rabid Dog's forehead. 3 of the 4 shadow beasts had been wiped out. Only Porcupine was left. Yuvigan took another deep breath, and no one knew what he planned to do with Porcupine. Is he going to take him out the same way he did Rabid Dog? Porcupine was extremely confident because his hair could even deflect bullets. Who knew? Yuvigan still had another trick up his sleeve. He got right up in Porcupine's face and unleashed a lion's roar. This move was also insanely powerful, blasting Porcupine to death with the sheer force of the sound wave.